Welcome back. 9:13 right now. There is a push to end a federal mask mandate for passengers and crew on board airplanes. The mandate was extended through April 18th, but earlier this week, several CEOs sent President Biden a letter asking him to end it. Joining us right now to talk more about it is travel expert and former flight attendant Bobby Laurie. Great to see you, Bobby. How are you?
Hi there. Good morning. I'm good. How about yourself?
Good, thanks. So, all right. So we're seeing the numbers, of course, coming down here in Florida. We're down at like around 2% as far as COVID infections are concerned. But then you've got this BA2 thing going on too, right? So people are kind of like, oh, which direction do we go? That makes this much more complicated, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's really confusing right now, especially since, everywhere you go, everyone's got their masks off, except for when you go on public transportation or you go to an airport. All of a sudden, then everyone's right on top of you trying to remind you to put the mask back on again. So you're kind of living in like two different realities at the moment. One in everyday life and then another one when you go to travel. And just like you said, with the new variant, now it's even up in the air, pun intended, whether or not the mask mandate is going to be extended after April 18th.
Well, and I guess what it boils down to is it's a choice, right? So even if the airlines were to say, look, you don't have to wear the mask, if people choose to wear one, there's nothing to stop them.
Exactly. And that's actually kind of the idea that the flight attendants have right now as well. Like most of the flight attendants out there want the mask mandate to be repealed because they're tired of being the mask police.
Yeah.
They're constantly reminding passengers all the time. Now, flight attendants themselves want to continue to wear the mask. They're not saying that it's not effective. They're just saying, let everyone choose what they want to do.
Well, Bobby, you bring up such a good point because we've done a lot of these stories over the last 2 years of, enraged passengers on flights attacking flight attendants. And I can't tell you how many times the root cause of the issue is being told they have to wear the mask.
That is like the primary cause of the issue. So, I flew for 10 years, and in 10 years of flying, I've probably had 2 or 3 incidents kind of along the lines of what we've seen in the last 2 years. But in the last 2 years, it's been multiplied by like 25. So the root cause was or is the mask mandate. And I think that when you give passengers the option of, if you choose to wear it, great. If you don't want to, you don't have to. But I'm sure the airlines are probably going to put in some regulation where their employees and the crews will continue to wear them, at least since this new variant is right on the horizon.
And then, Bobby, of course, international travel, right? A lot of people say, I don't mind wearing a mask if I'm taking a short flight, a couple hours here or there. International travel, oftentimes you're on the plane for, 9, 10 hours, sometimes longer. Do you think that might be sort of looked at separately from travel here within the U.S.?
Yeah, it very well could be. Right now, there are vaccine requirements in place just for international travel, and I don't see that going anywhere anytime soon. So they could attach the mask mandate to that as well. And I've taken a few international flights, and it's very uncomfortable wearing your mask for 9, 10 hours nonstop, especially when you're trying to sleep. But the reason why they said they extended the mask mandate until April 18th was because of these other international airlines or other countries as well, where the mask mandate is still in place. So they wanted to kind of create a synergy where when you leave the United States or come back to the United States, you're following the same rules as you will when you get to your destination. But now a lot of airlines in Europe have dropped their mask mandate requirements as well. So maybe we'll get a little bit of a reprieve after the 18th of April.
Yeah, it's going to be fascinating to see. And you're a great expert. We always love talking to you, Bobby Laurie. Thanks so much. Hopefully you'll join us again next month when we find out what's going to happen.
I'll be here.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Thanks, Bobby. Good to see you.